Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of eXp Realty. MyNextHomeFinder.com.
Grit and Grace, featuring ambitious and inspirational small businesses in Indian River County, exploring their pursuit of success and how we can continue to help them thrive. And now your host, Sara DiPardo.
Hey, so welcome to Grit and Grace, sponsored by Sara DiPardo Health and Fitness. And our guest today is Sara DiPardo Health and Fitness. Hi. So this show is all about small businesses that show commitment, passion, and a love for our community, highlighting their success, their story, and how we can help them continue to thrive. So today, as your guest, I want to make sure everyone knows kind of like my background and why I'm here today. So I am an entrepreneur, and I'm primarily a personal trainer and group fitness instructor. And for the last year, almost year and a half, I have been doing that. Prior to that, for 14 years, I was actually a music teacher. Right here in Indian River County, I taught at Splash River High School and at Fellsmere Elementary School as the music teacher. And I loved all of it. I think in any job that you have, there's always, the good, the bad, the ugly. But ultimately, through COVID and through my own journey in health and fitness, I kind of felt a little, if you will, burnt out with teaching music. So I moved into being an entrepreneur and personal training and doing group fitness. So with my journey in health and fitness, I actually have two little boys, 5 and 7-year-old, almost 8. He's 8 on Sunday, actually.
That's so cool.
Happy birthday, early birthday.
I'm gonna put myself happy birthday. We should play that, yeah.
So I was very, very morbidly obese through both pregnancies, and I had a really hard time losing the weight. I was having back trouble. I actually went to physical therapy and, got that lovely bill in the mail. And it was kind of a rude awakening that all these thousands of dollars that I now just spent on, physical therapy, I could have spent on my own health and fitness and getting healthy. So that kind of bothered me a little bit. And then I started seeing my college bestie, Jackie. She was kicking butt on her own journey. And it wasn't just about weight loss. It was about mindset and like how she felt, and her relationship with food was changing to be more sustainable. So I, reached out to her, and I started doing what she was doing, which was Beachbody at Home Fitness and the nutrition program through them. And it takes a lot of dedication and self-motivation. Trust me, I completely understand with at home fitness. It really, really does. And part of the reason why I didn't want to go into a gym was I honestly, if I'm going to be completely honest here and real, I felt embarrassed. I was very, very upset with myself that I hadn't taken care of myself with my health and fitness, and educating myself in how to eat correctly for my body so that I could still enjoy food, but, and have the things that you like, but also, be able to chase after my children and be able to sit in a swing and it not bite into my hips or break a chair, which I did one time.
Really? And then you always hear the story. There's your before and after. So
Yes.
You always hear the stories, Sara, of people too on planes.
Yeah.
They have to get like 2 seats on the plane. Yep. I mean, there's all kinds of things that go along with that. And
True.
You're saying a lot of really good stuff for many people.
Yeah.
Many people.
I just felt so down, and doing the at-home fitness was great for me because, as a teacher at the time, getting up early and doing it right there in my home, getting it done while my kids were still sleeping, really worked for my lifestyle, because after work was not going to happen for me. And I'm gonna be honest too. I will not work out now in the evenings as it is, because I don't know. It's you're at the end of the day. You're tired and you just want to like relax and go home. My motivation is not there in the evening for exercise, that's for sure. But I I needed a change. I wanted to change, and I wanted it desperately. So I dove in, I, committed myself to it, and I was determined to get healthy for not just myself, but for my kids. And I ended up losing 125 pounds, and I fell in love with coaching people and helping people along the way. And I am very stubborn, so I wanted to do it my own way. So
that's a good thing, though. That is a really good thing.
I wanted to make my own workout programs and put together my own nutrition system, if you will. Where it was very, simple to follow, and you got a lot of support and motivation. So I got a ton of certificates my last year in teaching. I got, the personal trainer one first, and then I went into group fitness, pound fitness, which is cardio drumming. I was a behavioral weight management to help people with mindset changing. I went into, fitness nutrition, of course. I threw myself into it as a, past teacher. I love learning. So why not learn about all the things that I'm now interested in? So in doing so, I then moved into, having my own LLC. And I still am, in looking back from where I started to like where I am now, like a year and a half later, I still feel like I don't know what I'm doing.
But that means you're not going to make any mistakes. So if you don't know what you're doing, you can't make any mistakes. So you just keep going.
100%. And I'm still learning, and I love learning about fitness and different exercises and different moves. I've always reserved like my Tuesdays and Thursdays actually to trying out different things to then use with my clients. So I always do it first myself, because I'm the type of I was the type of teacher where if I can't do it, how am I going to teach it?
Right.
So I've always done that as a personal trainer too. So if I can't run a mile, how am I going to ask a client to run a mile? And if I can't lift, a weight and do it properly, how am I going to ask somebody else to do it? So I've been very adamant about that part. And I will say a lot of my clients, if not all of them, really like that because when they're in the nitty gritty, when they're in the workout and they're struggling and they're like, I don't like you right now. I know I will later, but I don't like you right now. We share that bond of like, girl, I know because I did it too. So I know the struggle is real right now.
Well, that makes it even more legitimate because I'm thinking as you're talking, and this isn't about alcohol or anything, but that's one of the things that they say that AA is so successful because the people that do it, they've been there.
Yeah.
So you're saying the same thing. Yours is so successful because you've been there.
Right.
I mean, it's not like you came out like Barbie, from the get-go and here no offense to Barbie, but,
No. I definitely have found a real connection with my clients for the sheer fact that I have been in their shoes. I know what it feels like to break a toilet seat.
Okay.
I know what it feels like to have, just because you're at that point, it's like soul crushing sometimes because you want to get healthy, but you don't know where to start, or you've tried so many different things, because I have tried so many things before too. I tried Weight Watchers. I tried, was it Nutrisystem? You remember that one?
That was a big one.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
For a
lot
long
of people
time.
did, yeah.
And I tried, like that, I think it was Atkins diet, keto, dirty keto. I tried all the things, and you know what? You have success with them, no doubt. If you commit to it and you follow it, you have success. Mm-hmm. But as soon as you put back that food group you took away, carbs, like with keto and dirty keto, as soon as you put those carbs back in, not only do you gain everything that you lost, but more usually. And
and it's not healthy for you.
No,
it isn't healthy.
Not.
I mean, so many people have come on shows saying that it just isn't healthy. You need to have all the groups. You need some fats.
You do.
So I want to ask you a question, actually two questions. So the first one is, how did you start? I mean, do you literally put one foot in front of the other and start? How does that work? Because there's people that want to know that. I mean, because let me show the before and after pictures again. I mean, there you go.
Right. No, it was just put one foot in front of the other, just day by day, keep going, keep trying. And then, having yourself surrounded by people that support you, that want you to succeed, and not just your normal go-to people, but people that maybe have been there, maybe people that, you know, are there with you in the journey too.
Right. Yeah.
But just because your bestie is your bestie doesn't mean that they're going to be supportive of a huge lifestyle change, because let's face it, usually it is a big lifestyle change for most people. Yeah. And surrounding yourself with supportive people and just keeping on. And I do wish, in hindsight, you know, looking back at, you know, the beginning of my own health and fitness journey, not just in business, but I do wish I would have worked with a personal trainer. I wish I would have had the courage to reach out to somebody. But at the time, I didn't know anybody who had been in my shoes. And
well, that's another thing that you said too. It's a good point to bring up. You were embarrassed.
Oh yeah. I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
I didn't want to walk into a gym like, what's a chest press? I don't even know what that is, you know, like at the time.
Yeah.
But I felt like, how am I going to work out? I don't even know how to use the equipment. And do I really want to sit there and like read the directions on it while everyone's staring at me and waiting to use the machine? Right. So I wish I had worked with a personal trainer to kind of, and had found one, I should say, that had been in my shoes, that understood the discomfort and the embarrassment of just, I don't know what I'm doing, you know?
Well, that's a good thing to say for people to think, you know, if you're going to find a personal trainer, if you want to lose 125 pounds or need to lose 125 pounds, here's the questions to ask. There are people out there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And maybe not the people that have to, you know, have that kind of a big weight loss, but maybe people that need to lose, you know, 20, 40, you know, and not just about the number on the scale, but people that just literally want to get healthy. Because I'll give you an example. One of my male clients, he has been doing absolutely phenomenal. He trains with me 3 to 4 days a week, and he follows my suggestions with nutrition, and he has done amazing. He hasn't lost a lot of weight on the scale, and this is one thing I feel like we obsess about the scale so much and the number on it, that it can be discouraging. So you give up before the real work happens because the scale's not moving as fast as you want, or you're not hitting that number you think you should be. But he's lost, I think, 23 pounds on the scale. But when we did an in-body scan, which gives you your muscle and your fat breakdown and everything, he's actually lost 37 pounds of fat, just fat. Yeah. Okay. And then he's gained, I think it was like 9 or 10 pounds of muscle.
Right. So he's toned.
Oh, he looks phenomenal. Yeah. He told me a funny story, actually. I think it was yesterday, that one of his employees was like, man, even your ankles look good.
Well, if your ankles look good, you got everything.
I thought that was hilarious.
Totally cool. Yeah. Okay.
But, you know, just an example that it's a lot more than just the number on the scale and how many pounds you think you need to lose. Because, you know, almost every single one of my female clients comes in and they want to get toned. They want to have muscle definition. Well, in order to get that, you're going to have to put on muscle. And muscle weighs more than fat. Right. So sometimes the scale isn't changing as quickly as they want it to, and they get a little frustrated, which is why in-body scans are useful and helpful. You can get a scale, actually, that does that for you and goes onto your app, and like an app with it and everything.
Oh, that's good info.
It's like a magnetic scan.
That's good info.
But I also encourage my clients to not obsess about it. Which is hard. So we're gonna go to a commercial break here, and we'll continue our discussion. I'm gonna show you guys my book and journal, actually, for starting a fitness or health journey. So I'll share that when we come back.
Sunshine Furniture brightens up your day.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats, and chairs, including lots of slipcover styles from Universal, Four Seasons, and Capri. We also have a gallery of Tommy Bahama and Lexington with styles designed for a relaxed approach to the finer things in life. We're having a fall sale with lots of great markdowns, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories half price. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in Vero Beach next to Planet Fitness. Family owned and operated since 1991. Don't forget to visit our outlet and closeout store directly across the street and visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Have a sunshine day.
ITEX, or International Trade Exchange, is the largest barter company in the world with over 25,000 members offering goods and services. We're a marketing company that brings you new business in the way of trade, with over 200 local members enjoying the benefits of ITEX, like lawyers, doctors, plumbers, media, printing, and more.
Hi, this is Liz Bowler. Contact me and find out why barter through ITEX has been smarter for over 30 years. 772-532-1881. Visit itex.com.
You can trust Sandpiper Pest Control, serving Indian River, St. Lucie, and Brevard. Certified by the state of Florida to treat homes, lawns, and termites. Fully licensed and insured. Priced right, effective, and friendly.
Hi, this is Joel, the owner of Sandpiper Pest Control. Sandpiper can solve your pest issues. No contracts to sign, just results.
Call for a free estimate. 772-589-0204. Sandpiper Pest Control. A member of the ITEX trading community. Your ITEX dollars are welcome.
Hey, we're back. So I have really fallen in love with, like I said, helping people in health and fitness. And one of the big things is, helping people feel healthier, feel stronger. My first client this morning, we did little run sprints together. We did some box jumps and burpees and things. And mind you, we've been working together for a few months now. She's lost, 12 pounds on the scale, but she's so much stronger. Yeah. When we first started, she never would have been able to do that running and the box jumps and the burpees and everything. And she kicked butt today. And I was so proud of her that's been one of the many things I have loved about doing this is watching the growth in people in just their daily health and how they feel and how they move and how they can do so much more and keep up more with the lifestyle that they want.
You know what? That's another huge point too. And a lot of people don't discuss that, Sarah, is to keep your mobility. I mean, when you get older and you start to lose it, then there's people say to you, oh, well, you can't do that. You got to keep your mobility or whatever, but you really need to have it all along so you don't get to the point where somebody's telling you you're losing it. That's an excellent point.
So one of the things that I have done with being in health and fitness is I made actually a journal. It's a health, fitness, and emotional support journal and planner. So it's called The Courage to Change. It's actually available on, Amazon. But it's for a month, and it helps you kind of guide through taking measurements. So it's not just the weight on the scale. It helps you set goals for the month, set goals for the week. Helps you, meal plan for the week so that you can plan out not just your 3 meals a day, but like your snacks. And then it's a morning and night, just check in and helping you with your mindset about growing and getting that better relationship with food so that it's not something that, let's face it, we go out and we have, a glass of wine and some pizza or something, and then we feel guilty and we feel bad about it. Well, guess what? That's life. Live it. Have some fun. Right. Okay, so you had some fun at one meal. Right. So the next meal, get right back on track. It's not about, oh, I did bad for one meal. I'm going to make it a day. And then it becomes a week. And then it becomes a month. And we put ourselves through this terrible cycle mentally. And it's just not something that you have to do anymore when there are opportunities out there with not just fitness, but with like how you eat to sustainable. So you're eating all those food groups like we've talked about, Cindy, like your proteins, your fats, and your carbs, not getting rid of one, family of food.
Fruit, vegetable, dairy. Yes. Dairy's another one that gets beat up all the time. Mm-hmm. And it's all good. I mean, it's there for a reason.
It's true. I don't eat a ton of dairy, but I do love Greek yogurt. And I do have almond milk a lot, but, I definitely don't cut out dairy. I don't cut out any food group.
Yeah, I don't either. You can tell I don't. But dairy is one of my favorites. I do. But too much of a good thing is no good either.
It's true.
Yeah.
But, you know, on the show here, I love spreading the news about different small businesses. And one of the reasons why I love doing that is because I am from Vero, born and raised. And I went to, you know, Osceola Magnet, Gifford, Vero Beach High School, all the things right here in town. And I love seeing this community grow, whether it's within the health and fitness industry or whether it's in the restaurant business. It doesn't matter. I love seeing our community grow. And I love small businesses, not just because I am a small business, but also because it still gives us that hometown feel. And it, you know, not that I'm against big corporations, it's just that's the Vero that I know and love. And
well, there's a statistic, and I don't know what it is, that how many percentage of businesses in the United States are small businesses. So I mean, yeah, a valid point.
Yeah,
valid point.
So something I always ask my guests is you know, about professional development. And me, myself, I love going to different gyms and trying out different classes, and not just here in town, but like out of town. It's so much fun to me to learn like different styles of teaching and different, you know, modalities in fitness. So that's something that I love to do to keep growing. And then I also always ask my guests about self-care, because that's really important as a small business owner. And I am on the self-care. I really, really make a point to do that. And I'm not just talking about like hair and nails. Like I guess you could say I can be a little bougie sometimes. I definitely get massages when I can and facials, and I love going to Salt, which thank you very much, Salt, for sponsoring our show with a free session for all of our guests, which I technically could use one now, I guess.
Everybody can,
right?
Yeah.
One of the other things that I do for self-care, though, is I always make time every week to go out for coffee or lunch with a girlfriend.
Okay, that's
every single week, because having that personal connection and growing together and catching up without distractions, and not just like texting and not Snapchatting and not any of that, just in person. I always make time every week to meet up with a girlfriend. I think it's really important that we take the time to keep that personal touch with the people in our lives, you know?
Well, it's like everybody, well, not everybody, but most people say Thanksgiving is one of their their favorite holidays because everybody gets together, but yet the rest of the time in the year we kind of forget how that getting together really is the best part of all of it. So you're totally right. And what's the other question you ask guests? We have like 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
You always ask guests, I'm going to word it wrong, if they had it to do all over again, being an entrepreneur or being, you know, their own whatever, a solopreneur, what would you do different now that you know?
You know, going back, honestly, I think I would have started with a little more confidence in myself, because going from teaching where you have the golden handcuffs, the consistent paycheck, that was my biggest fear. And not just jumping into a business where I was learning everything as I went, but the, you know, fact that I was so scared because of finances. And I wish I could go back and slap old Sarah and say, girl, just do it and have fun, you know, because it stressed me out a little bit in the beginning.
So there's the old Sarah that you tell that to.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
So I definitely love giving back to our community. I love doing, you know, the 2-milers and the 5K events where the proceeds go back to our community. I love doing those, and I encourage my clients to do them with me, even if we walk it. And I love volunteering at Women's Refuge, do workouts with them when I can, and lead that, and donating to community raffles and giveaways as well through like Vero Beach Neighborhood Incorporated, you know, with personal training sessions or a class they can come in for a drop-in or something like that. So if you want to help sponsor our show here and join me, Sara DiPardo Health and Fitness, by all means give me a contact through social media. Sara DiPardo or Grit and Grace Vero is another way to contact me. We have a Venmo account as well if you want to donate and get your name on the screen and a shout out for our show. But I love Vero and I love supporting our town. So if you are a small business and you would love to be featured, give me a shout out as well. So I hope everybody has a great weekend and see you guys in 2 weeks.